What? Who did Manchester City score 10 times against?
Exeter.
Oh, okay. I saw Borough winning. That's all I saw.
10 times in the FA Cup.
Did you hear, by the way, about our old manager, Middlesbrough's, who went to Wolves, and I think he's lost every single game or something since he's moved.
Fair enough. I think he might be on a roll now because Wolves haven't actually lost in four.
Really?
Yeah, they drew Man United, they beat West Ham, they drew with
It's probably too
Liverpool,
little,
I
too
think
late,
it
to be
was,
honest.
and now they're beating Shrewsbury 6-1.
Yeah. Right, let me just check that we're live. I've just sent the message.
Sunderland won on
Yes,
penalties.
we are, I think.
Ended 3-1 Fulham.
Oh, never mind. What league are Fulham in at the moment, anyway?
Premier League.
Oh, well, that's fine then. When you're on like a promotion charge, you don't need a
FA Cup
FA
run
Cup
in
run to distract you, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Welcome back, everybody. We are a couple of minutes away from Stint 4. This is a 2-hour stint now. Going into the evening time. And yeah, I missed the 3-hour one, but it looks like it was a very good stint for Aero GT and a terrible one for Project Platypus, who disconnected early on. So they're going to be starting about eight or so minutes back, 8.5 minutes ish off the lead. Same for T3, who've got fancy looks starting for them. Then we've got the AHR boys who missed Stint 2 and then came back for Stint 3. They're starting P13 with Bendit, who is a Tier 5 driver, actually. So the lowest tier driver in the whole of the event, I think. So it could be good to see how he gets on. Eli's back. Hopefully he doesn't disconnect this time round. And then we've got Pyro's favourite, Matt Debater, in P11 for Lost Tracking 2. Deco for the other Aero G team is lining up 10th. Then Meg for our Finnish team, Choo2 Racing is 9th. Stiggy Boss is going to be starting in 8th in the Vantage for the other Apex Hunter team. And then we've got Teabag with Mo Gaffer starting in 7th. Schecter's taking over for VEZ, the all-Italian team. Bluebeard, our Tier 4 champion from last season, is taking over for in the Nova team from Amp Bank. Then we've got Vigo taking over from Bada Big in FGR. We've got Whack Jamps, the team captain of Queen's Head, starting in 3rd. We've got Dummy in 2nd in Lost Tracking, taking over from Senor Fak. And we've got Platt taking over from Iggy with a huge lead. I think it was like a minute or so lead that he ended up with at the end of the last stint. So let's get going. Already got some Bluebeard fans in the chat. It's a bit weird how the how it works with the weather, because it was like pitch black at the end of the last stint, and now it's light again. But never mind. So yeah, once again, we're going to have this formation lap. Everyone's going to peel into the pits and wait for their the gap that they had essentially from the previous stint, and then they'll get going, make their pit stops. It'll be good to see if we have any short fuel strategies again from Platt as well, because he only put in almost no fuel in the first in the second stint, sorry, which was half an hour longer than this one is going to be. And he can get away with that because he's got a huge lead this time, unlike last time.
Well, he put them in a very good position into Stint 3, and then Perry's internet absolutely decided not in a million years. Straight away in the middle of the third stint.
Yeah.
That's funny. But you'd gone about like, okay, so it's less than a lap been done. I needed to get a hold of you in some capacity.
I was in the shower, by the way. And I was like, I've got a Discord call for Pyro, something's gone wrong.
I was just like, it can't. We're just treating this like, okay, yeah, that's all I need to know.
Ryan's complaining that you're quiet again.
Shouldn't be.
Capel is happy with it. Yeah, you've got a bit louder now. We need to figure out how to fix this, but probably can't. Don't have time to fiddle on it at the moment. But
what's this? What are we fixing?
Just to equalize our sounds.
Ah, right.
Because it could just be that mine is too loud and yours is fine. I don't know.
We'll figure it out at some point. That probably is definitely for in a couple of months' time.
Put some likes down in the chat, by the way. We've got 4 likes I can see and 23 people watching. So, yeah, we should have at least 20 likes by the time Jensen leaves the pits in about 10 minutes' time. I'm quite a bit louder. Well, you know, what can I say?
I do think the Project Platypus decision is a very last-minute call to throw Jensen back in. By the way.
Yeah. They were like, please rejoin and try and rescue something out of this. Okay, let's have a quick prediction. So he's going to start 8.5 minutes back. What do you think? What position do you think he's going to end this stint in?
Oh, we've had contact already, and all they're doing is trying to go.
Oh, Fancy's got some damage. Bandit's got some damage. Fancy's got some damage. No one else does. So that's going to delay them a little bit, which I'm sure they're going to be a bit annoyed about.
Yeah, I'd imagine. It does mean that Jensen, as long as if Jensen's avoided damage, he'll jump someone straight away.
He was getting past Fancy Locks quickly, no matter what.
But he won't have to pass Fancy Locks, is more the point.
Yeah.
Well, we're Platt to start then on the medium tyres, and he isn't doing the short stint this time.
So out Platt comes to start his, and he has gone for a full tank and on mediums. Deco, what have you done?
He's done the exact same thing Incredible done, so that's now back-to-back stints.
Oh dear. Deco. He's going to pull up to the side. Okay. You know, Jack actually did this in his stint as well, which we didn't catch. So it's happened twice for the same team.
And the Incredible with the third one, because he was blatant, like, we were just watching through and then you just see a pink car just storm on in.
Yeah. Who's driving Project
like,
Platypus? It's going to be Jensen this time, who usually races for MWR in eSports. One of the quickest guys in...
I'd say he is racing again tomorrow. They put their lineup in and it is Mumu, Jensen and Lewis.
Yeah, as expected.
So they're gonna have everyone else is gonna have a really fun time tomorrow.
Jensen Button. So out comes Dummy. He is gonna appear just ahead of Bluebeard. His Bluebeard made the mistake as well.
I'll not say Bluebeard made a mistake.
These people with their trigger fingers.
Close.
Right. Okay. Nova did well. Nova did well, but not that good.
I was about to say, Ambank could pit, he was down in 5th, so there is a car that's supposed to go out in front of him and in front
of we're waiting for Wack. Wack will be next, and then also Vigo will go, and then it'll be Bluebeard after them. So yeah. Deco, why are you going? What's going on here?
Deco's just got it, like, I'll take the penalty later on.
Oh, I mean...
Even though he's going to sit back in the pits.
Unless he's going back into the pits, yeah. He should have just waited, to be honest. Like Bluebeard is. So yeah.
That's a mad picture, that is.
What that? Oh dear. Deco has come back into the pits. Does he know when he's going to have to go back out, though? That's the thing. Right, Wack is changing his tyres now, so he's going to be the next one out on track. He's going to actually be the third person legitimately on the track.
It is quite funny, though. We are sitting in a place where there are only 2 people left on the first lap, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen in Spa. I'm pretty sure that was.
Well, this
a
was
lot later than that.
the wet stint in Spa, and this will be the wet stint when it can rain. So this was when all of the craziness started happening in Spa.
Yeah. No, I assume the same thing will happen in Suzuka.
Yeah, probably. I mean, this is when we saw Matty pit about 17 times on the wet stint.
Yeah.
Because it kept stopping raining and starting raining again. So Wax coming out, Vigo, Bluebeard is racing now, 2 minutes 42 back, which was, let me double check, he was, he was actually 2 minutes 42 back, yeah. So that is spot on.
Nailed it.
So, yeah, well done Bluebeard. Then we got Scheckter out for the VEZ team. He was the one that did qualifying actually, and put them in P14 on the grid, so I'm wondering if he'll have some better race pace. Then we got Mo Gaffer just getting out the way of Dummy there, so Dummy putting a lap on him. Stiggy Boss out for AHR in P9, and then there was a little bit of a gap, I think, too.
Small boots to fill for Stiggy Boss.
Yeah.
Given the length and the ability that Tank Pro just put on genuinely putting on one of the best overtakes I've legitimately ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anybody duck under.
That was very good. Yeah. That was really good. We need to get a clip of that. Someone needs to post it in the chat. Oh, good.
I did clip it outside of the stream, so I'll sort that out when we're done. Also, yeah, all finished team as expected.
These guys still waiting to fix the damage, by the way. Swing it or wing it, and Fancy Locks. Oh dear. So Platt is already on lap 4, actually, of 64 on this one.
I don't think he's complaining with the lack of... well, he's just hot lapping at the moment. It's just, to be honest with you, a Platt that is hot lapping is dangerous.
Yeah.
I had
What is Deco doing still in 5th place here? What's going on? How are we even going to fix this? Hold on. Deco was in P10 and he was 4 minutes and 39 seconds back. He's currently 2 minutes and 40 seconds back. So he needs to wait another 2 minutes and maybe add some extra change on.
Okay, that's an interesting one. There was an overtake going on there in the shop. Was it
Scheckter? I think it was Scheckter putting a lap on Meg.
Yeah. Well, that's not good. No, not bad news there for VEZ then. They recovered well. Incredible. I mean, they kind of just stayed 5th.
Yeah, I think they're doing like a bit of a different strategy to everyone else, like because they seem to drop back and then rise back up again. So we've got Dummy about to put a lap on both of these two, actually.
Stiggy Moss is up in 8th.
Stiggy Moss is 8th. Yeah, Deco's dropping back. He's still waiting. He's got a bit longer to wait.
He actually has to move before the thing is actually going to tell him how far he actually is.
Yeah, that's the problem. So we got Meg out in 10th. He is a minute and a bit ahead of Matt, and then we're waiting for Captain Eli, who's just coming out. It's going to be down on Bluebeard. Is he going to get out of the way, or is he going to try and drive away from Bluebeard? I reckon he's going to try and drive away. Let's have a quick look.
I was about to say, if I was Eli, I'd be trying to drive away from Bluebeard here as well. I wouldn't even try it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even risk anything there.
So Eli had bags of pace in Stint 2, moved from 10th to 2nd. So he'll be trying to do the same again here and making up some positions. He's got 30 seconds on Matt Debater, who's in 11th. So it's not an impossible task in 2 hours.
Oh, absolutely not. Klinger just took it in 3 and actually made about 45 seconds up.
Yeah.
As a whole, so it's definitely not impossible. You put Klinger and Eli roughly in the same boat, so...
Yeah, same tier.
Won't make too much of a difference there, I don't think. I think he might be able to be on the back, if not ahead of Matt, by the end of this stint. Then they'll line up whoever's next for the 1 hour to finish the job.
So let's go where all the action is. I think all these cars are not on the same lap, but they are very close together.
Yeah, going back to your prediction, and how close do we think Jensen's going? And not necessarily to Platt, because Platt, Jensen, fairly similar pace in the first place.
Yeah.
But to the rest of the grid, how much do you think Jensen's going to be able to catch up?
I think it's difficult. I think he'll definitely catch Bendit, and then maybe one other driver will have an issue, although no one's really been having issues or getting damage or anything in this race so far. Everyone's been super consistent. So he might find it difficult because he is like a couple of minutes down on pretty much everybody, even the last person. So he's starting, what did I say, 8.5 minutes down. Bendit is starting 6 minutes 44 back, and Eli is starting 6 minutes 12 back, so he's got a couple of minutes to try and gain.
Well, you got to remember, he did beat the Aero GT car of Deco, funny enough.
Yeah.
By 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So
he might actually beat Deco because I don't know what he's doing. He's definitely. Why is he waiting? I think he's going to be too low now. I think he needs to. I think maybe he's listening to me.
I think he is as well. I think he's lost the ability to actually tell the time.
He's had a mare. Never mind. He's out now. He's 5 minutes 16 down. So he's lost. He was 4 minutes 39 back at the end of the last stint. So they've lost a good half a minute there.
Stop.
Yeah. But never mind.
Pit stop.
Shit happens. Here's Platt trying to get a move done on Stiggy Boss. It is a lap that he's going to be placing on him. He's currently 1 minute and 4 seconds ahead of Dummy. Really keen to see how Dummy does on this one, actually.
That gap is extending already. Faka got it just inside the minute.
He ended on 1 minute 3, so...
Actually, it's not that much of an improvement, not much of an extension then, but it's still an extension nonetheless. I think, yeah, Stadium has got a lot to do here, though, because tank throwers... The problem that a few of these cards in the midfield had last time is that the car that they were chasing was also charging, which is not a good recipe to being able to actually hang on to a place. Or like try and take over an extra person's place, sorry, because Ampback was charging the rest of the group. And Tanpro was charging. Yupper at one point was going on pretty strong in the middle of the pack. Like, everyone was just keeping each other at bay, to be honest with you, last in the 3 hour stint. Platt around the outside of Stigimos in fairly routine final corner move there, and he goes he puts a lap on 8th place.
So we've got Wack Champs here in 3rd, who is racing from New York. He's taken his PlayStation with him so that he can take part, which I think's good dedication, Sean.
Yeah.
He actually hadn't gone to bed when Stint 1 started.
That sounds about right. So he's on less than 7 hours of sleep then.
Fair.
I feel like that's the thing to say about that.
Now he's got Vigo 7.9 seconds behind him, so he's gonna potentially come under a bit of pressure fairly soon. Vigo was only a little bit ahead of Bluebeard, but he's managed to extend the gap up to 9 seconds since the stint started. Bluebeard himself has 8.5 on Schechter, so these guys not actually too far away, with Mo Gafford not even that far back on Schechter as well. So we could see all these guys closing in on each other pretty quickly in this stint. Then there's a bit of a gap down to Stigimos, but we've just put him in tier 2. So he could catch Mo, who's in tier 3, by the end of this stint as well.
I would like to point out that the Mo started with a lot less fuel and a lot less of basically everything, because he's only on lap 7 and he's going to have to come in by the end of it.
Yeah, he definitely did put in fuel, so this must have been on purpose, because otherwise he'd have had to pit already by now. But yeah, short first stint. Interesting again.
Wait and see if that's going to play any sort of factor at all.
And you got Meg there, who's probably going to try and get past Schechter as well and unlap himself.
Yeah, you would expect it. The finish did not start well. I'll say that much, but they have been getting progressively better as they go along.
Fancy Locks is, and why is Jensen 8 minutes and 8 seconds behind, and Fancy Locks is 8 minutes behind?
someone very clearly got it wrong. There hadn't been a pit stop for Fancy, so someone somewhere got it wrong.
Well, lap 2,
Jensen.
Lap 2 for Fancy, 9 minutes 44. Lap 2 for Jensen, 10 minutes 20. And there's meant to be half a second between them.
And Jensen's actually out at the right time as well.
So I think Fancy's had a bit of a mare there, so we might have to apply a penalty at the end of this stint. I'll have to have a look into that.
It's at least 30 seconds. That's basically the distance between the two. That's going to be something for Fancy and Tier 3 to deal with later on then.
Yeah, so he was meant to be 509 seconds. Sorry, 529 seconds was his pit time compared to 27 seconds for Aero GT. So it's like, yeah, 6.5, not 6.
Are you having fun there, Ross, with math?
Just ignore me. Just ignore me. I can't convert and divide by 60 right now. It's too much.
On a different thing entirely, the people who go out early, when you roll into the pits, the formation, I guess the amount of laps that is telling you you're putting in is significantly different.
Yeah.
Than the laps you're actually on. So no one's actually using the percentage of fuel for some godforsaken reason. I feel like we all should have known to do that by now and use the percentage of the tank, but
I mean, if you've practiced, you know how much fuel you need to put in anyway.
But yeah, that's why people are coming out early apparently.
Some people need to go back to school. But that means Platt made that mistake potentially as well.
Yeah, potentially. Also, Capello just said almost like putting the time in minutes instead of seconds would have been easier.
Well, but the problem with that is I'd have had to convert it back into minutes and then I'd have messed it up. So it's better to be their mistake than my mistake, you know what I mean? Schechter's gapped Mo Gaffer by about 3 seconds, but Mo's got into the pits anyway, so that's probably why. So he's going to come out very close to Stiggy Boss here with 34-second gap.
Yeah, well, the pit, especially if it's going with a full
Platt's
tank,
got a second penalty
for a penalty, yep. If it is a full tank that Mo is going to put in here, then it's about 32 seconds, which will give him right into the hands of Stiggy as we continue on.
So Mo's putting in fuel now. I think it might be enough for him to stay ahead of Stiggy Boss here. Depends how much he puts in. If he goes full tank, maybe he'll fall behind. It's not a full tank.
I was about to say, it'll be very close. If he put a full tank in, it's 71.
Oh, it's close.
Potentially getting caught anyway! And he is going to get caught! Stiggy Moss is ahead of him.
Yeah. Good start there for Stiggy Moss. Then he's already got a position on Mo Gaffer and the Teabag team, who... to be honest, I was really impressed with how T-Bop did in that 3-hour stint. I thought he was potentially going to drop down to maybe around about 10th, but he's still... Well, he was top 5 for a lot of it, and then dropped back at the end.
Yeah, he kept it going. He kept it going. He did exactly what he needed to do for TVG to actually be somewhat competitive, especially in the midfield. He kept it close. He kept it in the position where someone could go after the car in front. Apart from the fact that is not what Mo did immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
So you can tack the extra 34 seconds on. 38 seconds to Schechter in 6, so Schechter definitely has a pit stop gap.
Mo's trying to... Well, he might potentially have a little go here.
It's going to have to be a great exit out of the final, out of the bus stop chicane, and that is not how you do it.
It's not, but I think it still might be enough. So he's on the softs, Stiggy Moss is on the mediums, and he's in the Viper compared to the Vantage. I think that's the Vantage. Yeah, it is.
It's also 6/10 of a second on the banking, and that's going up, not down. The slipstream may have just started to take a hold. I don't think there's enough space in between this and the end of the turn 1 here that actually allows for a move to be made. No, Stiggy Moss is going to be comfortably clear down into 1. And yeah, that's going to be about as easy defending as it's going to get for Stidimos there.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Was just too far back.
So we've got Scheckter, who's 10 seconds currently behind Bluebeard. Bluebeard has got some blue flags, and he's 8 seconds behind Vigo. Vigo's now 7 behind Whack. And Whack is at 1 minute 28 behind Bummy, and Bummy is actually closing in on Platt a little bit. He's gained 2 seconds on Platt, actually. And he's got the fastest lap with a 45.5.
He is on soft, though. I'm pretty sure Platt is on
Platt's on the mediums, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll probably be the difference between the two there, then. Don't forget, Platt also had a penalty to that one, 104 he did have. But yeah, Jensen currently on the fastest lap at all of the race so far, and well, he'd got clean air for a long time.
Yeah, I've been looking at the thing. I think Fancy has gone a little bit too early. There's absolutely no way he should be 8 minutes behind.
No, there's an extra 30 seconds he should be taking there.
Yeah, because the adjustment time for coming in on P14, that only takes 6.5 seconds off.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fancy needs like 30 seconds adding to his time or something, I reckon. And wasn't he one of the ones with damage as well?
Yes, he was.
Him and Bendit, so he should definitely be behind Jensen right now.
Yeah, he absolutely should not have got out ahead of Jensen by any means. He is... Yeah, and he isn't going to give that up either, so you might as well tack the 30 seconds on.
Just add 30 seconds onto the end. I think that's fair, you know? Live stewarding, just 30 second penalty. Welcome back to ALR Fancy, 30 second penalty.
First race you've done it forever.
Yeah.
Here, do it right this time.
So, looking at Jensen, to be fair, Jensen should be within 8 minutes 30 as well, surely. So he's probably taking a little bit too long on top of Fancy going way too early.
You also got to remember when he goes, when you go, you aren't going straight away. You're obviously going through all the pit stop and all that, and Platt is in full motion. So yeah. They probably where a large chunk of that 7 seconds has probably come from. Has he gone late? Almost certainly, but at the same time, I reckon it's probably come from the full motion of one car and the lack of motion of the other.
Yeah. Never mind. Meanwhile, let's have a look at Platt. Platt is lapping in the 46 flats, and Jensen on the same tyres. It looks like he's about to set the fastest lap. His previous lap of 45.7. So he is going to be cutting into Platt's lead here, but the difference is Jensen has to be pushing non-stop for 2 hours, and Platt can basically just do a little Sunday stroll and just make sure he brings the car home at this point.
And he's going to hand off to what I assume is going to be Keto for an hour, and then Iggy to finish off more than likely. So I have a funny feeling that they're going to be very, very difficult to beat here unless one of them are going to disconnect.
Yeah.
That's pretty much... Or a spin. A very, very large spin.
So we got Captain Eli in 12th. His gap to Matt is currently 29 seconds. Lapping pretty solidly in the 47s on the mediums. Matt is on the mediums as well. Lapping fairly similar, although he has done a couple of laps in the 48s. So maybe slightly less consistent than what Eli's doing.
Yeah, Eli is off to a decent start, looking to put in that 46 on the medium tyre. If he can do that consistently, he might... Well, he'll hunt down Matt fairly quickly.
Yeah. Whoa, a good little power slide. That was good. I don't know if it was quick. It was quick, actually.
It was quicker than what he's done. I think it's the best way of putting that. He's actually under 29 seconds now to Matt in front.
Yeah. So how's Matt doing? He's 23 behind Deco, who had his issue.
Yeah,
let's just call it that.
I'm not entirely sure what Deco was doing, to be honest with you.
That is such an awkward looking car. It doesn't look like it belongs on the track, and it doesn't. But never mind. So we got Stiggy Boss, who is second behind Mo Gaffer right now. So something's happened, because I thought he overtook him.
He did overtake him, so Mo Gaffer's got him back to a degree. I reckon it'll be somewhere in around that 47.1 that he did. Doesn't seem to be very on brand at the moment. 46.4 is the fastest lap he can do. If he can do a 46.4, 47.1 is probably not good enough by his standards. So we'll see how long it takes him to get back to Mo. I wonder if that's going to be. He can focus entirely on what's in front as well, Digimos, because there is no one remotely behind him that's going to pose him any semblance of a threat.
Agreed. Yeah, he's got such a big gap behind him. He can. Oh, Mo's a little bit deep there as well. But he's got the soft tyre, so he's going to get a good exit there. 47 seconds to Bluebeard. Bluebeard's lost a position there to Schechter. So Schechter's on a bit of a charge now.
He got damage. He got damage.
And he's got damage.
He must have made an error.
It must have been on this lap because he's been lapping pretty decently. He's 15 seconds down on this lap.
Yeah, it was this lap.
Is he going to come into the pits?
Spin as well.
So we've got the first bit of damage that wasn't the formation lap. He's going to get overtaken by Megs here. He's going to unlap himself as well.
16 whole seconds down on his fastest lap. A casual 2-minute lap around Daytona that isn't a pit lap.
This is great news for Mo and Stiggy Moss, because if he comes into the pits now to fix his damage, he'll come out behind them, which it doesn't look like he's doing.
If you are Ampag and you're Alien right now, those guys that did the first and third stint, I can't imagine what your reaction to that is. Well, that's a nice little move to the inside for me. Maybe gone a little bit too deep.
He did go too deep.
Cameraman.
Yeah, good little switch back there for Bluebeard. Don't know how long he's going to be able to fight this one though with the damage. As soon as he goes on the straight, he's going to have no beans, which is a weird thing to say for someone in a Viper.
Yeah, the aerodynamics are going to be a little bit problematic for him at the very least. We have not had any special guests yet on yet. I very much plan on doing that on the next stint, Mortal in particular, because, well, as Capel rightly put it on the last stint, he caught 70 seconds of Adabic, and I want to have a conversation about it.
Yeah. Permanent damage is on, yep. So I hope he's aware. Well, he must be aware of it by at this point that it is permanent damage. You have to go into the pits to fix your damage. Mo is now under 30 seconds behind him.
Not losing that much time.
1.4 down currently, but these last 2 seconds are what will lose him the most time. And Megs is probably going to get impatient here a little bit as well, to be honest.
I don't think they need to. I think they're going to get a perfect exit there. I think that just illustrated the problem they've got is the top end speed against the Viper in that Ferrari. Can't imagine. I might be wrong here. Correct me if I am, but I can't imagine it being too bad.
There we go.
Either way, it's going to easily pick off the damage to Viper at the very least.
So Bluebeard's carrying on. They're probably trying to calculate when the best time to come in is so that they don't have to do an extra pit stop, because this is still quite early on, I reckon, and he's got loads of fuel left. Not got that much, he's about 50% worn on his tyres.
We'll see if, what he chooses to do, because choosing to stay out on the tyres and on the damage earlier works for Platt, but I don't know if it'll work this early into a stint, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, Mo's 2 seconds a lap quicker than Bluebeard at the moment, but he's just gone really deep into turn one.
I was about to say that's a
as has Stiggy Boss, so...
there is a turn there.
I know, and there's actually...
signifies an apex.
The wind direction actually helps you braking into turn one with the way that it's blowing. So, I don't know why they're going deep.
Probably trying to get a little bit too much out of the way.
Yeah, Stiggy Boss just settling in 1.6 behind Mo. Let's see if there's anything... Oh wow, something's happened to Matt, because Captain Eli is only 22 seconds back now. It was 29 last time we checked.
46.1...
he did a 1 minute 50.
In there.
Yeah,
that's not a good sign.
and he's in general about a second a lap slower. So Eli could get up into the top 10 here as well, because he was a lot quicker than what Deco was showing in the first stint compared to Eli in his second stint as well. about 50 seconds between them though, so he has to be on average a second a lap quicker if he wants to get himself into the top 10, Eli.
Let's see. What? Someone talking about engine damage.
Engine damage? Let's have a quick look. I don't think anyone's got any engine damage. Oh no. That's just the damage that we've been talking about.
Damage, yeah, that's it, yeah, that's it. I don't know if it's saying something about the Ford GT. I don't think that would be the case.
No, he hasn't got any damage at all. No.
No, I'm not sure what they're talking about in chat then. But yeah, Orak's asking who Meg 1 is. So we have a Finnish team driving.
New team, yeah.
The team we didn't actually know much about admittedly before this. So yeah, they're driving today, and Megan part of that team. They're currently in 9th. But yeah, UP had a very good stint on the last stint to kind of bring himself back into things. But we'll see whether or not Meg got the pace to kind of keep up. It doesn't look promising with the 48s, however.
Is Bluebeard able to keep up with the slipstream, with the damage? It seems like it.
He can't turn, I'll tell you that much for free.
Right, Bummy's into the pits. Beg's got a half second. All that good work.
Serve it straight away.
He will be serving it straight away, so Bluebeard will be ahead of him and instantly lose all of the slipstream help that he was getting.
He had lost, he's now 10 seconds behind Scheckter. So that's problematic for Bluebeard. Had they continue one,
yeah, he's just gone for the bump draft.
Stick behind Meg.
Meg actually was indicating to be like, I'll let you through, but bit of a crossed wires there.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Well, Bluebeard's probably not wanting to make a move because of the help from the slipstream at this point, because he is in trouble with that damage.
So looking at these two, by the way, Vigo is lapping pretty much identical to Wack here. I was expecting, based on the fact that Vigo's an FGR, that he'd be catching up to Wack pretty quickly, but the gap isn't changing at all. Sticky Moss just got past Mo Gaffer, who's made a big mistake, and he's got loads of damage.
And damage. Yep, that's a bad time. That's a bad time. That's a turn 1 wall, I think. Oh, it is.
Oof.
Yep. That invisible wall of turn 1. Well, it's hit the tyre, but you know. Does that mean we get to call it Mo's tyres now instead of Tommy's? Because
Mo's corner, yeah. Mo's tyres. Well, that's karma for him killing me so many times in wacky races on Thursday. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Deco's pit again, by the way.
Right, it was this team that said that they hit that wall all the time, but it was a different driver for this team, so they just got the wrong driver.
I'd like to say that driver has already driven his 3-hour stint and didn't hit it at all.
Ironic that it says bumper on the back when he's got front bumper damage.
And front tyre damage.
But yeah, unlike Bluebeard, he can't stay out because he got the tyre damage as well.
Also, I think Deco pit again, by the way. All of that.
Oh, what's going on here? Meg is getting the move done. Doesn't matter.
On who?
I think it might have been Bluebeard again. Oh, and Jensen as well. Yeah, he overtook Bluebeard, and Jensen's overtook as well. And now Jensen's going to unlap himself from Meg.
Yeah, blast straight on by, and this is what we were talking about with Jensen. It's more, with Jensen, it was never the case of how close he could get to Platt, because, well, asking someone of Jensen's caliber to take on someone of Platt's caliber, but give him an entire lap of the Nordschleif's advantage, it's not going to happen. But it was more how close could he get to the rest of the grid. The fact that he hadn't lost any time on Platt at all at the moment, actually even gained a couple of seconds, it's, well, not problematic for the rest of the grid, but it isn't a good sign for them.
No.
In the next 2 hours.
So yeah, Jensen's got 18 to catch to Fancy Locks, but then after that there's another 35 to Bendit, and Fancy Locks is just behind Captain Eli now, so he's just had to get out of the way of him. Captain Eli's 1 minute and 12 ahead of Bendit. And now he's only 8 seconds behind Deco.
Yeah, and also Matt's just gone into the pits.
Matt's gone into
so
the
this is going
pits.
to be the first intro. This is going to be the first.
Yes, that was
change
a
of
tactical
position
pit stop there for Deco for sure. And Eli might go through up into 11th with that. So we're recovering.
That DC had absolutely ruined any chance of anything.
I just want to point out, not a single mistake has been made so far by Aero GT Blue. It is just the disconnect that's put us down this way. If without that, we would be top 5 for sure. Maybe even top 3. Maybe. I don't know. Mortal played a blind during that 3-hour stint, so maybe not. But you know,
Mortal played an absolute blind. I'm not even sure he played the best stint in the stint 3, to be completely honest with you. But he did play an absolute blind and they can't go to Bluebeard.
Ambank had the best stint. Ambank had the best stint. He was like 7th at the start and 3rd at the end.
9th, wasn't it?
I can't remember. It was something like he made up loads of places.
Yeah. Also, Tank Bro had an absolute barnstorm of a stint as well. So you've seen there are definitely a few to actually think of.
Right. While they're doing this, let me just have a quick look at our party in things, because I'll see if I can turn you up or something.
Oh, trust me, it's not the same guy. It's not the same guy.
Right. Chat, tell me, Pyro, say some things, and chat, tell me if he's a bit louder.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same guy. This guy's the #1 driver in Thailand, apparently. I definitely looked like it when he was driving in a stint earlier on. That's for certain. Definitely put 3 hours to put him too loud now.
Hold on, let's have a couple of people say, because I know people like to say that you're too loud in general.
Turn him down 3 clicks.
Right, I'll turn you down a little bit.
Oh god. Waxed within a minute of Bummy now as well, as Platt is 118.
Yeah. And Vigo, he's only gained 2 tenths on Wax since we last looked at that, Vigo. So Wax, yeah, he's doing good. Just to say that he's lost another 2 tenths. Bluebeard's in to fix his damage. Oh, he's got more damage! He's got
Oh, he has!
Let's see if we can catch it. No, he's already got it.
No, he's already got it, yeah.
Right, Bluebeard's lucky because we've missed all of his dramas. So this is good for Stingy Boss. Mo, let's see if he comes out anywhere near Bluebeard, because Bluebeard's going to lose extra time. Yeah, he's about to get lapped as well.
Look at that. Nice little move there from Wack on the inside. Terra Mo getting out of the way. And yeah, Wack is just going to go on through. We've got a... Well, that damage is massive for Bluebeard. You can get away with just the front bumper. As soon as you add the tyre, then it probably becomes too much to get away with. We've had a few incidents in this stint. I think we've had more damage in this stint than we have had the rest of the race combined.
This is where everyone's starting to lose their minds, I think.
Here we go, down the inside. For Bluebeard, I think that was on Bendit there. Bluebeard goes on through.
And he's still got around about 10 seconds on Mo, so both of them having similar kind of issues. But he's still got the 10 seconds, and Mo's got 44 laps to try and close the gap, so technically Mo should... No, actually they're both in Tier 3 this season, and they've both won a Tier 4 championship, Bluebeard and Mo, in the last 2 seasons. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens between these two.
About as equal as possible, then.
Yeah, and they're both in the same car, they're both in the Viper.
A small preview to what we're going to get on Monday night, then.
Yeah.
It's just that Bluebeard's got a 10-second head start.
What? So the preview is there's going to be loads of loads of front tire damage and front bumper damage.
Do you think people are not going to crash on Monday?
At Montreal, Wall of Champions.
Everyone's going to fucking crash on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm about to say everyone is going to, if people survive without damage, then they've done well.
Well, how's your preparations
Not
for
good.
Monday going? What's the?
Not
Are you in the
good.
55s, 56s, 57s?
50s.
50, not 50. What's the times?
50s?
30s, 40s? I haven't done a single lap of this because I'm not racing, so
I'm pretty sure it's the 30s.
35s are the quick times that tier 1's doing on mediums.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And what are you doing?
I'm definitely not matching their medium time to the slightest. No, I'm currently... I think the fastest lap I've done is a mid-36.
Okay.
36.4 is the fastest time I've done on softs. That is. Mediums are not that much slower, which is... Depending on how you want to look at it. Either really good or really bad.
Well, my money's on this guy tomorrow in your tier. Because he's in the Z4, which is apparently the meta.
We'll wait and see. I am not convinced about ALR trying to win tomorrow. I think there's probably people might be in a better spot, to be completely honest with you. But if he isn't a Z4's the meta car, then he should be. You can bully him if he doesn't.
He's gonna peak in round 1, and then he's got to drive the Z4 for the rest of the season. Alright, Jensen now is 15 behind Fancy Locks. Had a few laps in the 46s actually, and he's gonna make his first pit stop fairly soon. Sooner than Fancy, so he'll get an undercut and burn even more time, I reckon.
He still hasn't lost any time to Platt since the start of the race, I would like to point out.
So Eli's been in the 35s, apparently, in Canada.
I'm not too surprised by that. Wag did a 36.0. So 35.9 in the Z4 is not too surprising in the slightest.
Speaking of Wack, I think he's got one more lap there looking at his fuel. Still 6.6 ahead of Vigo. Vigo is 19 ahead of Scheckter. So these guys really have left Scheckter in the dust. And then Scheckter had a few cars pretty close to him, but they've all been in the wars. So that's promoted Stigamos up into 6th now, because Bluebeard and Mo Gaffer in 7th and 8th were ahead of him. So he's made some good progress in Apex Hunter 2, which is a bit weird how much better they're doing than the first team, but there we are.
Yeah, no, Tank Bro is well and truly AHR's MVP at the moment.
Yeah.
He definitely started to save something that looked fairly dead in the water for both AHR cars in this 12 hours.
Yeah. Because even this car was, I think, outside the top 10 after one of the stints that we did.
Yeah. Was not a pretty start in the slightest. AHR1 didn't do Stint 2, yeah, that is true. You weren't doing much better than Stint 1, but you didn't do Stint 2. That is fair. Lemons was really pretty off the ball
Well,
in that race.
he sent me that message apologising for the contact, which I don't even remember. I think it was just like a tiny bump through a corner, which didn't lose me any positions. Then he left the server, so something's going on in that team. I don't know. But they're still racing. But yeah, the drivers have disconnected, left the servers, not showed up for stints. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to fill us in on the drama, because it sounds entertaining.
Sounds like an absolute mess is what it sounds like. Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. Though I am surprised at how many Italians we actually attract in the league.
Yeah,
especially when we got to the point where we're just like, yeah, not another Italian, really.
Two fully Italian eSports teams as well.
They always seem to be extremely quick as well. Like, obviously Viking was the start of all that kind of, here's an Italian, here's an Italian that's quicker than everyone else.
I think half of tier 1's Italian at this point. So Wack is in at the same time as Scheckter. That promotes Vigo up into 3rd. He's got a minute to try and catch Dummy. He's called Dummy on Discord and Bummy on GT, so I don't know.
We'll go Dummy.
We've got
Probably
Bummy
more.
on the same team as Matt Debater.
God damn it. You've created something now. Why is Matt in the wall? Why is Matt in actually he's not in the wall with a polystyrene barrier?
Right, let's go and see
He's
what's
got
happened to
damage
this
in the front
Ford.
as well.
What?
Oh, that'll do it.
What a weird incident. And he's got front bumper damage now as well.
Well, Eli's going to get in a position then.
Surely.
Like, effectively the fault.
And he's just come in. He's got pretty fresh soft tyres here. So this is an absolute disaster. He's dropped down to 12th now.
Yeah, that is going to be a mare for him. New, relatively fresh tyres, pit on lap 16. And yeah, that's bad. He's now 3 seconds behind Eli as well, so Eli did get the position.
Good news for the Aero GT boys. Eli's got 31 to try and close in on Deco, which I'm pretty sure last time I said was like 40 or 50 seconds. They're both on the same strategies as well.
For the Aero,
Let's
GT
go.
Blue.
What a comeback.
Just try to sneak into that top 10.
After this race, I'm going to calculate how much time was lost from when he disconnected to the start time that we gave us, and recalculate where we would have finished if that hadn't happened. Because I really do think it would be maybe take 4 minutes off potentially of where we are now. He's 6 minutes 30. So if it was 2 minutes 30, he'd be 4th place right now. He'd be fighting. We'd be fighting with FGR, and we'd be fighting with Queen's Head.
Yep, that's two of the same eSports team they expected you to say in the same sentence. I love Wack and all that, but I don't think if you'd given him the chance that you were fighting FGR at the beginning of the day, like a full FGR team at the beginning of the day, he would have taken that, I reckon.
Yeah. So we got Jensen here on fresh softs trying to unlap himself. Matt having that incident actually makes me wonder if Jensen, a little bit of a rude overtake, but never mind, could actually get up to 12th potentially by the end of it. If these drivers keep, you know, clattering the wall and giving themselves damage, it's going to really allow Project Platypus to probably get into the top 10 by the end. We've still got 4 hours and 12 minutes to go of this 12-hour race.
Yeah, almost into lap 8 at this, into hour 8. Vigo into the pits now.
Vigo into the pits. So he was fighting with Wack. There was a 6-odd second gap between them when Wack came in. So I'm expecting maybe 7 and a bit with an undercut, because Wack's on fresh softs here and he's going quicker than he has done so far.
I'm not entirely sure it's going to be that big. He's 29 seconds up at the moment. 29 seconds down on Vigo at the moment is Wack. So this is going to be fairly interesting in terms of how long an actual pit stop takes. It's usually about 32 seconds, I think, has been established so far today, so it probably won't be anywhere near that 7-second advantage, potentially.
Oh, almost.
Oh, it definitely won't be now!
It's still going to be enough to be ahead. But
definitely. What
is the gap? That's what's going to be important here.
100% in about 6 seconds.
Yeah, 7, yeah. So Wack, this keeps growing. So 7.2. So Wack did benefit from a decent undercut there. Vigo's on the mediums and Wack is on the soft. So Wack really needs to take advantage of this because he's going to go on to the mediums later in the stint, I assume, and start getting caught by Vigo if he doesn't play this right. Vigo's got a little bit of traffic. He's got 2 cars in front of him, although his one is dummy, so he's not going to be catching him.
No, not likely anyway. Not at the moment. The Lost Tracking Racing team has found its groove. It found its groove very quickly. It's just found its groove by not making mistakes. It's just not made any mistakes at all.
It'll be interesting to see if they can keep this up, obviously, in eSports, and also for the rest of the season in... because we're doing like an unofficial... Because this is off-season events. We're doing like an unofficial championship as the season goes on. So I haven't really decided what the points distribution is going to be. Maybe I'll just try and do something similar to like what WEC does. I want to make sure like it has 15 different points because we got 15 cars. And he's got a half second. Not the biggest deal. And WAC's already up to 8 seconds ahead of Vigo as well. So yeah, they could actually maybe put in a little championship challenge if they can find a little bit extra. Haven't put a foot wrong here, but they're still up 74 seconds behind Platt right now.
Yeah, and that is with Platt having the incident with
Platt had
the
some
back
issues.
end, the back
Yeah.
markers as well, with the damage earlier in the second stint. So it's been fairly. It hasn't been completely clean from Aero GT Purple's point of view, but I think they are in a very good position. And had Project Platypus not DC'd out of the third stint, it would be a very different scenario entirely.
Yeah, he's only 3 seconds behind Fancy Locks. Fancy Locks with his...
Schecter,
did you see that power slide from Schecter?
That's what I was about to.
Nice.
I was about to point out. He has done a decent job of keeping himself alive there. He is absolutely blitzing Fancy. So he got damage, or Jensen's just seriously that quick.
No, Jensen is just... well, Fancy's just come out the pits. But he was doing 47.7s, but now he's got some fresh softs, so he should be at least be in the 46s. He's got 2.3 on Jensen right now. So that'd be good to ride with them. Oh, and Bendit's just come in, so when he comes out, he's only going to be about maybe 20 seconds, 20-something seconds ahead of Jensen here. Jensen with a... Yeah, he's going for the fastest lap here. 44.8 is Platt's fastest lap.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jensen and Platt trade that the entire rest of the way through the stint.
I think the quickest lap is the 44.5 or 44.4 that Platt set in the second stint.
Yeah, so I think that might be blown out the water.
Yeah.
I was about to say, this is about 0.6 of a second up right now with Jensen.
That was close.
We got an advantage point low to the ground. He's still up by 4.5 tenths.
We'll have to wait and see if this is actually quicker. If he does a 44.3, it'll be the...
Oh! Whack DC'd! Whack DC'd!
His hotel Wi-Fi has come to bite him in the arse there.
And all of the work Mortal had done to catch the 70 seconds on Bada Big has just gone in an instant. Ouch. That's what I gotta say about that. That sucks.
That is rough.
Oh, that is not good in the slightest there for Whack.
Let's have some Fs in the chat for Whack Jamps and his hotel Wi-Fi in New York.
There was some...
By the way, because that happened, we missed that Jensen didn't actually set the quickest lap. But he might this time, because he's going to have Fancy Locks as a slipstream here.
As soon as you said that, he had no control over the car at all.
He's driving on the edge.
He is
6
still
tenths
6
up.
tenths.
This is even better than the previous lap.
Christ. And he's going to get slipstream on this one where he didn't have it last time, catching up to Fancy. As long as he doesn't get caught in Fancy's run here at the end of the bus stop chicane, and gets a decent approach at the perfect time, this will be perfect for Jensen.
This is actually going to be perfect. He's catching him at the right time.
Oh, and look at that exit! Look at that exit! We go back onto the chase cam view, all the way round. He's going to dip to the outside here. Or not. Is he actually going to wait? Is he going to try and use Fancy Locks all the way round? I think he might just be trying to push Fancy Locks the entire way round.
Trying to get a bit of extra speed with the bumping.
And then overtake him down into turn 1.
Fastest lap, but only just. And that's the fastest lap of this stint, not of the race.
As I say, the Viper in that final stint is absolutely electric. Jesus.
Here we go, side by side, Fancy Locks and Jensen.
Made that look so easy.
He's not done yet. Fancy's gonna. Oh no, never mind.
I'm just gonna sit here all calm and blasé because I knew exactly what's gonna happen there.
So, Jensen isn't 15th anymore. All of a sudden he's 13th, 18 seconds behind Bendit. But then he's got a huge gap to Matt, who had his incident. Matt is now 47 behind Captain Eli. That is surprising that he's actually that far behind. And then Eli is down to 22 behind Deco and in the top 10. Yes, see, it is possible. If you have a disconnect, you can get yourself back in the top 10.
You only need someone else to die entirely. It does promote FGR back to third, I guess.
It does, yeah. This is good news for FGR because Whack was quicker at that stage. He was gapping Vigo. Scheckter has dropped it. Well, he's kind of maintained the 18-second gap. And Bluebeard's back up to 5th, 17 seconds ahead of Mo Gaffer, and that's because Stiggy Boss has come into the pits 2 laps ago and put in a lot of fuel, and he's going to do a long medium stint here.
I think you might want to read.
Oh no! Hold on. Why does he have a 2-minute 42 on lap 26?
I was about to say, you might want to have a look at that time, because I don't think you're right, Chief.
What happened?
That's why.
No, I'm so confused. What happened? Why is there a 2-minute 42 on lap 26?
He must have had an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, but he doesn't have damage though or anything.
Back.
Someone needs to tell me. Hopefully someone from Apex Hunters in the chat, they can tell me what happened to him. He would be very comfortably in 5th place right now.
The PS5 crashed for whack, apparently.
The American internet deserves an apology.
But that's it's never that long. You can see the pit stop is right before with the 206
No, there was a pit. There was a pit stop 3 laps previous, and then there was a random.
Go back on, you can show.
Will it go back on?
Back
so lap 23, 2-minute 08. Lap 24, 2-minute 2. Lap 26, 2-minute 42. Now, if we look at other people when they've made pit stops, let's try and actually find someone who's had a pit stop recently. No one has. There we go. 208 and 202 for Vigo on lap 25 and 26. So those are the pit stops. So Stiggy Moss, with that 242, he's lost a full minute, basically. Somehow.
How does one lose an entire minute around
without
Daytona?
Getting damage? Unless he span at the bus stop and then span again trying to rejoin because he was on the grass, because I've done that before.
But that doesn't take an entire minute.
It doesn't take a minute. No, it doesn't take a minute. Unless you do it like 2 or 3 times, which again is still possible.
It would be a very impressive minute to lose.
Parked up for a piss break. Well, maybe.
Gonna have to ask him. Gonna have to ask the AHR boys at some point.
It's a
mystery.
What the hell
just happened?
Well,
an entire minute is not a short period of time.
Who actually hasn't had an issue on this stint? Because it's been super smooth sailing for every driver up until this stint started. Platt's been fine on this stint. Bummy's been fine. Vigo's been fine. Schecter's been fine. Bluebeard has had damage. Mo's had damage. Stiggy Boss has lost a minute mysteriously. Meg, I'm pretty sure, has been fine. Deco, I don't know what he was doing at the start of the race, but it lost him at least half a minute. Eli's been fine. Matt has been in the wall. Bendit, I think he's been alright, you know. I haven't seen any issues with Bendit. Jensen is on a tear, but I think he must have lost a little bit of time at the start of the race. And Fancy Locks just came out way too early, I think, to start his stint. So that's maybe like 5 drivers out of 15 who haven't had some sort of massive issue. And obviously we lost Whack with his PS5 crashing.
Yeah, that's an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess of things, to be honest with you. At the start, in this stint, no one's really been able to do much of anything, honestly. Jensen, obviously...
I wish I was racing in this stint, because it'd be really good for the ego with everyone else falling all over the place.
No one was making any sort of mistakes. None of the teams had got much wrong right up until whatever the hell this stint looked like.
I'd love to know, like, psychologically, what's going on. Is it, like, because time's going on and, like, this is stint 4 now and the pressure starts ramping up because you've been waiting all day to start your stint and then you sit in the cockpit and then you're just like, fuck it, basically? Or... And then some people, they're on, like, their 2nd stint or maybe their 3rd stint and they might be getting a little bit tired.
It could easily be the case. Jensen right on the back of Digimos here, and we've seen these two fight before. Not a fight that usually ends well for Digimos, admittedly, more often than not.
So let's see. Jensen unlapping himself again.
Well here. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's going to end well here either. Jensen round the outside, the blue flag's popped up, so you know Jensen's in front of Digimos now. Comes across to stop him making any sort of fight back, and Jensen unlaps himself on Digimos then. So one more person down. He tries to climb as close to the front as he possibly can.
Jensen's last to first challenge continues.
He had gained a position or 2. Well, we had 15. Yeah, he has gained it. Yeah, we have 15. We've lost Wackens.
He's gained 1 on track.
I am losing. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Platt's lead is now 1 minute 21, so he's gained 18 seconds on Dummy so far on this one. He's on the softs and they're pretty worn. Dummy's about to come into the pits as well.
Yeah, he's barely going to make it into the pits with that level of fuel. With Eli directly in front of him at the moment. On the track, so Eli's going to keep rolling. We've got I think that's Vigo, not that far back. On the track at the very least. Is an entire lap back altogether, and is about to lap himself from Bummy.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's have a quick scroll down and see where. There's not really many battles going on. Eli's only 16 behind Deco now, so he's lapping in the low 46s. Deco's lapping in the low to mid 47s and the odd 48 and the odd 50. Okay. So I think Eli might get ahead of Deco before the end of this one. But then there's a 41-second gap to Meg. Although also Meg, this Finnish team that are brand new, this Choo-2 team, in the Ferrari, which a lot of people didn't fancy just because it's an MR car, qualified 15th, racing in 8th. I haven't seen any of them have any sort of issue, I don't think. Maybe there was bumper damage for one of them. I can't remember.
Yuppa just didn't have a good first stint. I don't think he got damage at all, but they just didn't have a great first stint. But he did a very fine third stint, admittedly. So he's kind of paid that back a little bit. And the fact that they started in 15th, I don't think they are too disappointed with the fact they sit 8th.
They're doing very well. Doing very well.
In a very similar position to VZ there, where it's just, we're starting at the back, let's see what we can do kind of attempt at this race.
I agree, consistency is the most important. I'd rather have someone on my team who was maybe half a second slower, and you know that they're not going to, crash and cause damage and have to make an extra pit stop, than someone who's half a second faster and a bit of a liability, personally.
Jensen, Bendit had a penalty there.
So that's
Jensen's going to start catching up.
I think this might be the lap that he gets up into 12th then.
I don't know if he's going to catch 2.5 seconds on this lap, but he is certainly going to give Bendit a good run. Bendit's going to have to do some, actual good driving to see if he can stop Jensen, which is a problematic sentence in its own right, as Jensen has actually caught about 4 seconds back up to Platt overall from the start of this race. So he's not going to be complaining with the stint if he can keep trying to chip into Platt. He's not going to get anywhere near Platt, but if he can keep trying to chip into that 8.5, he'll be able to catch up to the rest of the grid in the process.
So he's already within a second going onto the oval. They're both in the advantage as well. Look at that. Look at the difference in that corner.
And look at that exit. Look at that exit. It's all about the exit every time, and he is just going to blow right by him.
And Bendit will be smart just to slot in behind. Yeah. So P12 now for Jensen. 8.5 minutes behind still, but everyone else is falling pretty quickly behind Platt's time, and Jensen is matching Platt's times. And now someone's about to
catch the lead, but he is going to catch everyone else.
There is a car that's going to lap Bendit before too long as well. So that might. So it's really who's going to finish in P14? Is it going to be Fancy Locks or Bendit? Because Fancy has been lapping pretty decent. So Bendit in the 47s, 48s, 49s is quite inconsistent. 46s for Fancy Locks.
It's not bad laps for him at all. Eli into the pits then, let's see where Eli comes out.
Mortal is asking about the calculation. So the next stint, so Queen's Head are going to start 10.5 minutes back on the next stint. If you're listening, Mortal.
8.5 back was rough.
Yeah, and then the last stint is 11.5. So if people disconnect in that hour-long stint, then they'll be starting 11.5 minutes back.
And
but you know what's funny though?
To fight that back as well.
People were starting with like this far back on like Stint 4, for example, 8.5 minutes back, and then we're just racing, and they like pace-wise were falling to the maximum time without disconnecting in Spa. So people aren't doing that this time at Daytona, which I think is because the teams are better in on average, to be honest.
It's definitely an interesting situation that is arising. No one's got to that max time by actual driving yet.
Yeah.
But it's gonna have a lot of teams on the way down, I guess. When the disconnects we're currently having, Platt looking to go around, Matt Debater and gets him pretty easily there. Just puts an extra lap on him. That was not comfortable braking in the slightest on Matt.
I'm actually surprised he didn't go off track there. That was a good little save. So if you're thinking 10.5 minutes back, P14 is 8 minutes 44, but you have to add half a minute on for the penalty we're giving Fancy. So he's 9 minutes 15 currently, but we're only halfway through this stint.
I can imagine that getting worse somehow, not better. If Jensen's struggling to match and ever so slightly better than Platt, I feel like Fancy's going to struggle even further to try and hold his own against the current leader of the race.
Bendit's lost 2 seconds off of Fancy as well.
Bendit as well. I wonder if this is going to be a case where... No, I don't think Bendit will be behind Fancy by the end of this race in terms of the extra added 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But I think Fancy probably beats him on track.
Fancy's doing some good pace here. Low 46s.
It's consistent pace as well.
Let's see who's in the 45s. Platt, that was an outlap. That doesn't count. Yeah. 45 for Dummy. He might be the only one in the 45s right now. Oh, and Jensen, of course.
I was about to say, you completely forget the fact that Jensen existed.
I did forget about him. So Jensen 45.6, Matt is in the 48s, so that's about 3 seconds a lap. Well, let's say 2.5, because that was probably a bad lap for Matt. That would take between 10 and 15 laps. Jensen should be ahead of Matt.
That's a bold shout. That is a very bold shout.
So 15 laps from now is lap 48. Jensen,
3 seconds a lap, it'd be 48.
Jensen's about to pit though, that's the problem. You have to counter that in.
You'd only be 45 seconds ahead. 45 seconds gained, by the way. He is 58 back. You're doing 50.
I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Lap 50, Jensen is going to be ahead of Matt.
I don't know if I'm willing to bet on that. I don't think actually going to get him the entire stint, but I do think whoever he hands it off to for the next hour probably will.
Project Platypus will finish the race in the top 10, I reckon.
Yeah, I would probably take a wild shot at that as well. Because you've got to remember, right, that they pulled Jensen back in to try and recover something after the disconnect, right?
Yeah, and it's working.
Then they've got... Well, they still have BX to race, so in some stint.
Well, I need to know who they've dropped. If anyone's from Project Platypus, who's the driver that's not racing anymore, or who's racing the last 2 stints? Because we have Alessandro and Keplero and BX who haven't raced yet.
And there's 3 that.
And there's 2 stints after this one.
Yeah, no 3 of them can race, so someone's missed out. And I would be extremely shocked if the answer to that question is BX, because BX and Jensen are the best weapons they have.
Yeah.
If they wanted to chalk time out of people, especially if they can get BX versus Iggy or BX versus Keto, and obviously Platt isn't going again. So if they can get, especially BX versus Keto, for example, they could start chalking out a little bit of gaps as well. Just overall, pride more than anything else.
Yeah.
Vico's 7 minutes 5 seconds off the back of the lead.
Scheckter and Vigo lapping pretty similarly. It's always around the 18-second mark between these two. And Vigo's not closing the gap on Dummy at all either.
It's also very interesting because I assume by the fact that they got drafted in so late that none of these guys had done any major practice.
They probably did a bit whilst we were commentating, basically.
Yeah, they probably just rushed an hour in before they could to figure out what they were doing. But that's probably about all they got. Aura's doing the hour next up for them, so that would probably be an interesting one for FGR to try and start building, trying to get that gap back. And then, well, they've got a completely unknown driver in terms of ALR to finish off, so they are still in a decent place. Should still probably get a podium as a result of all this. I'm very surprised that they didn't now, actually.
Yeah, I think FGR are good for a podium. Although, we'll have to see who comes in, because we still haven't seen Pastina Calder race for the VEZ team yet. Maybe he'll close things out.
It'd be interesting. He's, when we were driving, I think he was like the 4th worst on his qualifying team for eSports, and it's effectively the same kind of premise.
Yeah.
Just elongated. At the end of the day. So I wonder if he got anything there, or whether or not there's going to be someone like Chico to go in again, because I don't think they would be against him, because given the fact that he started 14th and was 5th by the end of the first stint, I don't think they'd be against him going back in. Try and recover something. Schechter had done a decent job of holding Bay.
He's definitely showing much better race pace than qualifying pace. He's now 41 seconds ahead of Bluebeard. And Bluebeard's actually holding his own pretty well against Mo. He's 18 ahead of Mo in the battle of the Tier 4 champions. In P5 and P6 of the race, which is quite crazy.
They haven't really been put under much pressure either since Stigimos decided to blow a complete minute on whatever the hell he blew.
If you take that minute off, Stigimos would be on 3 minutes 39, which would be 4 seconds ahead of Bluebeard right now.
Yeah. And he would be probably going after Schechter rather than trying to chase these two back down.
I don't know, let's see. Bluebeard's into the pits on his softs anyway. So he'll drop back behind Mo. Mo's got a few laps left to go. Stigimos is staying out for quite a long time, so let's see what it looks like between Stigimos and Bluebeard after this pit stop. He's only just going onto the oval now, so Bluebeard should be comfortably ahead.
Oh yeah, because it was 17 seconds between Mo and Bluebeard, and it's also tacked on 38 seconds between Stigimos and Mo, so I reckon Stigimos is going to be back in with Mo in due course, but probably still sitting that 17 seconds or so back from Bluebeard.
Yeah, the good news for them all is that they've stopped making massive mistakes. Yeah. Deco's still hemorrhaging time to Eli. It's now 13 seconds. Even though he's going as quick as he has been, and he's got a car behind ready to, trying to lap him. That is Schechter, yeah. Oh, he's got a half second as well.
Well, that's 17.6 he managed to drag it down to. Might go up over the 18.5 minute mark then. 18.5 second mark rather. 18.5 minutes.
It feels like that.
It's going to feel extremely difficult to attempt to shorten that gap down with someone like Vigo in the opposite car. That's going to become problematic. Also, I think Bendit's been overtaken.
Jensen's come out the pits back in 14th place.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's not a mistake or anything. Bendit is dropped behind Fancy Locks now. Yeah, so Fancy's up into 12th, but these guys are slightly out of kilter with Jensen. Jensen's got half a tank in. Bendit's got half a tank in, to be fair, as well, but his tyres won't last to that full half tank, I don't think.
I'd be very surprised if he elected to drive on them for the extent of that tank. I think they make it, but
he's 2.9 down on this lap as well, so that must be his battling with Fancy Locks or something. I don't know what's going on there.
Fancy Locks has gained 2 and a bit seconds on the group in front. That's the problem. On Bendit, sorry. So Fancy Locks is going to have a nice little stroll to try and catch up to Matt Debater. That you go wrong with that name and you're getting cancelled. 100%.
Yeah, Matt's 24 behind Captain Eli. Eli's only 12 behind Deco. Oh, Andy's lapping in the 45s now as well. So he's doing really well here.
45.4 on the last lap. It's not even like he's just in the 45s. Actually putting out some very competitive lap times. Only 6 tenths of a second slower than Jensen's fastest lap.
Yeah, that's quite crazy actually. 6 tenths down on Jensen, who is not that far behind him actually. These two could potentially work together if they think about it.
Yeah, something tells me that's not going to happen.
No, I don't think it'll happen either.
I think Jensen's just going to try to blow by him here.
Yeah, Jensen back down to last place. It's quite funny.
Admittedly, he still hasn't lost anything on plat. If anything, he's actually gained something on plat.
This is true. This is true. This is the part of the race where everyone's strategies are confusing everyone. Right, let's see him try and unlap Eli here. He's in the slower car on the straights.
The fact that he's actually about to unlap himself from Eli probably should pose a little bit of a threat to Eli, admittedly. Because now you know that Jensen's somewhere in there around on the lap behind you.
Yeah. Well, you have to think he's about a second a lap quicker than Eli. Could Project Platypus beat this Aero GT car by the end?
Yes.
Potentially, if they are a second a lap quicker consistently, then yes. But they've got to unlap themselves on the entire field before they get back to Eli again.
That's fair. But you've also got to remember that Jensen still has the next 25 laps.
Also, is he only 1 lap down on Eli? He might be 2 laps down on him. I'm not sure.
Eli's got 6:30.
He's 8 minutes 32.
Lead, by the way.
Eli is
6:34. Well, 6:47. Sorry. Yeah, it's only 1 lap.
Yeah, that is 1 lap. Yeah,
100% 1 lap. You've also got to remember, and this is not going to. I feel like I'm disparaging all the people I spend the Mondays talking to. But the last 2 stints, as you mentioned earlier, are the rotocods, and no slight to rotocods in the slightest. But I think a rotocos versus BX might be a little bit one-sided.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not if he's got a lap head start. Well, it's about to not be a lap head start because Jensen's about to just make his way through. Eli's not going to make it easy for him though.
No, he's not.
I just hope this doesn't end in tears. Oh, I thought he was going into the wall there.
No, he likes doing that wide line and swings it back across as soon as he can get out there. So it's been very consistent, that line from Jensen. I assume Jensen's going to be smart enough to not go for it here and then just try and blitz.
No, he's going to do the same again
after the bus stop.
Yeah.
Not good of an exit I thought Jensen was going to get when he looked like he was punching in.
Is Eli going to be able to drive away as well with the Viper?
No.
On the straight, I mean, on the straight.
Eli will hold on against Jensen, especially until we hit the inside section of the lap. But I don't think he drives away by any means. Especially when we were about to hit the infield, and now he's hitting the infield. I reckon Eli's going to be done by the time we hit turn 4. Jensen might look for this. Or will he?
Oh, he's gone.
Is he gonna? I told you he was gonna go for it! And Jensen to the inside! Well, that was, yeah, awfully predictable.
So next up for Jensen is going to be, I think that is Bendit right ahead. And then it's the P2 driver, Dummy, ahead of him, that is probably going to have a bit of a tougher time unlapping himself against.
It's going to be fairly interesting, but again, the longer this goes, the better it is for Jensen. He's closing, closing Bandit down. He's closing Fancy Locks down, and well, still hasn't lost anything to Platt. That 8:33 and feels like it's been stationary for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. It's actually come down a bit, by maybe 3 or 4 seconds. What's Bandit doing? Why was he over on the left? I don't know.
I don't think Jensen cares either, to be completely honest. It makes life a little bit easier for him trying to catch him up.
So he's within 2 seconds now of not being in last place. Fancy Locks, yeah. So this is going to give him a free position here, and he's nowhere near another pit stop. Is Jensen?
No, not yet. He will have one more to go though. Also, Fancy's in a little bit of trouble here.
Because Fancy's got another pit stop as well.
Yeah, most of the time you'd expect that. If he were going to the end of the race itself.
23 laps? I don't know, let's see.
How many laps down is he, out of curiosity?
Who, Fancy?
Yeah.
8 minutes 20.
Off the lead. Because he's going
to be the same number of laps as Jensen, which is maybe 4? 8 minutes 20, maybe 4 laps?
Well, what's Platt on right now? The easy way
Platt's on lap 46 and he's on lap 41, so 5 laps down. Same as Jensen, who's making his move finally, and he's got it done. Let's have a look at the replay on that one.
So Jensen, 5 laps down on Platt.
Is he just going to absolutely send it here?
Fancy won't have to pit again then.
He shouldn't, no. Especially if he's on mediums, we'll check.
Well, that was too easy.
Yeah, strange.
Should be fighting that. Bendit should be, at the very least, not giving him the position in that corner. But I feel like that's just giving too much respect to Jensen at the end of the day. Also, he's not on mediums.
No, he's on softs. Bendit will be pitting in the next few laps. Jensen will be going a bit longer, but yeah, 1 stop left for these two. Matt's about to come in for probably his last stop as well, surely.
Has Fancy used the medium yet? I don't know if he started them. Went on early.
I'll have to check. I'd assume so, but he's already cheated once this race. Deco only 7.8 ahead of Eli now, so again he's dropping back just like in Stint 1.
He's not really gelled to this car in the slightest, has he?
Oh, what's going on here? Mo Gaffer only 1 second ahead of Stigimos right now. He has come out of the pits, that's why. Okay, never mind. I thought we were going to get something spicy there, but I don't think it will. And then Bluebeard 115 behind Schechter. Bluebeard has come in. Is he going to have to pit? Bluebeard's surely going to have to pit again with that much fuel left. 20 laps. You need pretty much of a full tank. I think when Platt pit with 20 laps to go, he put in like 80-something%, and this is maybe 70% for Bluebeard.
He has already been going for what, 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah, so he's got another pit stop.
Yeah,
Schechter's made his final one. Vigo has 1 more. Bummy definitely has 1 more, and Platt definitely has 1 more. Okay.
Yeah.
And Jensen also has 1 more. Matt's in the pits now, so let's see what the gap between Matt and Jensen's going to look like. Although Jensen still does have another pit stop to go. And he's now 6 seconds ahead of Bendit as well.
Well, Jensen's done a decent job from here, I think. In trying to get that down as far as you can possibly. It's just pride for Project Platypus after that DC. You lose 8.5 minutes. That's going to suck. There's no way of going around the bushes, I guess, to make that not suck. When you get that kind of penalty, 45-1 for Jensen is just flat out at this point in time. He's just flat out. Don't forget, he's only going to do the 59 laps, so there and thereabouts, because he's 5 laps back on Platt.
So Jensen about a second a lap quicker than Dummy here. Dummy is going to be catching Deco fairly soon to put a lap on him. And then ahead of them, who is it? It is Stigimos, who is still pretty close to Mo here. After that pit stop, nearly spinning it.
Well, that was almost the commentator's curse in his finest. He's really close to Mo, almost drops the car on the spot. We'll see if he's going to be able to close this gap in down the banking then.
He has to pit anyway.
Yeah, he does. But I reckon he would like to be closer to Mo before he does it, or even attempt to overtake him before he does it.
Bit of lifting before the braking.
So I'm surprised at that.
Just safer to do it.
Digimos doesn't need safer at the moment, admittedly. He needs to recover the minute he
fair.
had lost earlier on. He should be driving with a little bit more urgency than he currently is. Staying out again.
Yeah. 1 minute 47. Mo's also in the 47s. And Bluebeard's on the 47 flats. So Bluebeard doing pretty good still after his incident. I was worried that he'd fall back. Yeah, well, you know.
He almost dropped the... Not only did he go deep, he almost then dropped the car entirely trying to get it back on track. He is doing fairly well though. I will echo your point.
The fact that, yeah, the two tier 4 champions are in 5th and 6th right now, it's still not really under much threat because Stiggy's about to make another pit stop anyway. So they'll keep hold of it. I think they've held the fort pretty well for their teams.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the best way of putting that, honestly. With 2 stints to go after this, I think they've got a lot to be happy about. I think they'd be a lot. I don't think they realised they'd be potentially 5th and 6th still by the end of end of hour 8, halfway through hour 8 now.
Yeah. So Jensen's unlapped himself on dummy, and here's
And he's about to
Deco.
do so on Deco as well.
Dummy's just bumped Jensen up the road as well. quite a massive bump. Didn't get any
Jensen
damage.
going now! Jensen's going now!
Shit, I missed it.
I'll say Jensen went straight away. You just had no
Something
need to turn
happens.
off him.
Is Deco just gonna slow down here?
I'll say Jensen went straight away, so you could see it in the background.
Oh,
he just
he's gonna get
missed it
reset.
entirely.
Yeah, reset.
Missed it entirely, and Eli's going to be perfectly happy.
Now
with
what's he
that.
doing?
Out
Oh,
the replay.
it's the replay's ended. I was like, why is he stopped?
Yep.
So
Steam
Deco
up into
now,
the pits then.
yeah, Stiggy Boss in the pits. Eli has made his final pit stop, and he's 27 behind Deco, who has to make another stop.
Yeah, Deco's
So,
lost that position. Then.
Yeah, Deco should lose that position to the other Aero GT driver in this race, Eli, apart from Platt, obviously.
Means your team's worked their way back up to the top 9 somehow.
Yeah, single digits, let's go.
The Finnish are probably wondering what the hell is going on, because they haven't seen anybody in a
I know.
damn long time.
Solid pace
No
here. I mean,
mistake
just
run.
47s for the longest time on these softs, and then just dipped into 48s because they started to wear. So it's not really stellar lap times that you're saying, but maybe for the Ferrari it is. But maybe the Ferrari is just a lot more stable than some of these other cars, and that's how they've managed to keep it out of trouble.
Essentially, he was on 46s at the end of the stint.
Another 48 lap.
So. But yeah,
ATO thinks that they couldn't have been fighting for the top 5 without Moo Moo. Fair.
Yeah, I'm not even going to debate you on that one.
I mean, last time Teabag raced, they were always at the maximum starting time every single stint because they just kept having nightmare after nightmare. So they're doing a lot better this time, all across the board, not just because of the way that they managed to get that Sporty signing with a couple of days' notice.
That is a Hail Mary that somehow got answered. That's what that was. Bummy's into the pits as well now. No fuel left in the car.
Yep. No dramas for him. He's still going to come out in a comfortable P2. Yeah, everyone's there's super big gaps here at the moment. Bendit's in the pit, so he's probably going to get overtaken. Well, he has just been overtaken by Fancy, who's back up into 13th. Jensen has a 30-second gap on those guys already, and he's 26 behind Matt now. 26 behind with 18 to go on this one.
He does still have to pit, so you can probably tack that just inside a minute, more than likely, but he's still done a lot of damage on this stint to everyone else's time. The Jensen. The recovery has been fairly well done, and now the BX is gonna. Well, I assume BX is probably gonna end the race. So I would assume they wouldn't put BX on a 1-hour stint.
So Bendit's come out fresh softs, so he should have some good pace on this one. He's 21 seconds behind Fancy. So if we do give Fancy a 30-second penalty, I'm going to go back and see exactly how much time so that it's accurate. Maybe it's like somewhere between 20 and 30. But yeah, it's around about that time where they're going to start. And look at Bendit. He's 9 minutes and 30 seconds back on Platt at the moment. The maximum is 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So he needs to not lose a minute to Platt in the next 18 laps. Or else they'll just be at the maximum.
Doable. I was about to say, that should in theory be doable. It'll be the first driver-induced maximum time we've seen all day. Mo is about to be, well, Jensen's about to unlap himself on the back of Mo here. He's going down the inside. Mo's got no chance in hell defending that. He's going to try it. He's going to give a good shot at it, admittedly. But he just got too unsettled. Jensen just spooked him one way too many into turn 4. And you said he had to lap himself on the entirety of the field before he got back to Eli. He's doing a good job of that.
Yeah, so he's currently 24 behind Matt. Oh, I'll have to wait until Deco gets... Actually, is Deco going to come out? No, he's still going to be comfortably ahead. But yeah, he's going to have to overtake Matt on track after 24 seconds and Deco on track if he wants to catch Eli, which isn't going to happen on this stint, that's for sure. Too big of a gap.
No, but a Rotocods versus BX will be a good shot at that, honestly.
Stop slacking off my teammate.
Well,
that's my job.
If I would have put it... Okay, fair enough. But I was going to put it in the idea that Rotocods was tier 1 at one point.
He was, yes.
He was tier 2 last season, didn't do particularly well.
He was a tier 2 runner-up the season before as well.
BX is current tier 1 champion.
Yeah. I've seen BX slam it into the tyre wall in turn 1 at Daytona before.
Yeah, under pressure I've seen him do that. No, you're right. The problem is, for there to be pressure, he has to be in the same postcode as another human being.
Oh, bit deep there for Matt.
That's not the turn. You don't want to be over there.
Lost tracking.
You don't want to be over there the slightest.
Lost his way racing.
Someone needs to get him a map.
So Deco after his pit stop, 11 seconds behind Eli, 34 ahead of Matt. So we should, in theory, finish in the top 10 here. Jensen is going to lose a spot to Fancy Locks by the looks of it. Let's see where he comes out. He's going to have a lot more overtaking to do. Actually, he's come out crucially ahead of Scheckter and 2 other cars there, including Fancy Locks and Stigimos, yeah.
Well then.
So that's great.
For Jensen.
That is great for Jensen. He's got some clear air. We got Scheckter, who's going to try and put a lap on Stigimos if he can catch him. And then we got Fancy Locks behind all 3 of these.
And him and Jensen are fighting on the track.
Yeah.
Iggy said that he'd left his team for a long time without an engineer.
Well, they're all in the top 10 now, Iggy, so maybe you're bad luck. Platt is on lap 53 of 64.
Iggy comes back, Platt dies.
Dummy's on lap 52, Vigo's on lap 51, as is Scheckter and Bluebeard. Mo, Stigimos, Meg are on lap 50, Eli, Deco, Matt are on 49, then Jensen's on 48, as is Fancy, and Wing It or Wing It. And he's got 52 seconds to try and catch to Matt, so he just needs to get that gap down as much as he can before the end of the stint.
Pretty much.
He's 9 minutes and 6 behind Platt as well.
Extra pit stop potential on top of what Platt done there. Does Platt come in for his final stop yet?
Platt has done his final stop, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's lost that half a minute.
Extra pit stop. Not sure why the extra pit stops come from, but he has made an extra pit stop.
Seems like it. But I don't know. Where was I? So we got, Scheckter trying to overtake Stigmos and put a lap on him, and then we got Jensen just ahead.
Scheckter has actually managed to keep himself in really good tabs with Vigo, because that's now 15 seconds instead of the 18. It's been basically the entire race.
Still has a chance of the Italian team getting a podium here, VEZ.
Yeah. But whoever they're putting in next is going to have to pull off something special, but...
And just wait for a team to disconnect because the PS5... You know what?
Yeah, also
I think we need to put out, like... The PS5's been out for a long time. We've had 3 or 4 PS5s turning off because they've overheated, clearly overheated. People need to clean their equipment if they're going to be racing for hours on end.
Yeah?
Blow the dust away. Because like I was thinking, oh wow, GT7's at it again. PD can't, do good service, but it's not. It's the PlayStations. It's not the internet either.
Surprisingly, I think I panicked so much when Astro left earlier because that's a very conspicuous time for my internet to also start buffering. Meg's just gone to mediums.
Yeah, Meg out back in P8, no man's land for him. Stiggy Moss doing pretty well here. He's not really getting caught by Scheckter much. Let's see what these times look like for the two of them. Stiggy
doing a
46.1. Scheckter 45.8, so both of them going pretty quick here.
Schecter's fastest lap is a 45.1, by the way.
That's quicker than his qualifying time.
I reckon VZ would have been a lot happier to done that on Wednesday night.
Yeah. They are completely leaving Bluebeard in the dust. Since the last time I checked, that gap's got up by 7 seconds between Scheckter and Bluebeard, because he's lapping in the 47s. But Bluebeard's completely left Mo in the dust because they were pretty close. I think it was 10 seconds at one point, so he's gained 21 on Mo. So Mo's just not showing good pace here. And to be honest, I would have thought that Mo was quicker than Bluebeard, but clearly not.
I'm about to say, I feel like you've. I feel like it should have been a lot closer than what it's currently.
Yeah, like I said, when Mo won Tier 4, he dominated it way more than when Bluebeard won Tier 4.
Yeah, I know. Having commentated, especially the latter. Bluebeard's lack of a domination win on Tier 4 last season was entirely self-inflicted.
What, mistakes?
It was just, he was on pole for 6 of the 8 races.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Nature. That's 5 or 6 of the 8 races. There was a period in time where he started the first 3 or 4 races on
does Bluebeard
pole.
need to pit again, though?
He might do.
He's only got a quarter of a tank, and everyone else has over 50%, look. So yeah, Bendit won't need to, but... Well, actually, he's multiple laps down, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But no, Bluebeard isn't multiple laps down, he's on lap 53. Platt's only 2 laps ahead. Well, actually, make that... Yeah, 2, because he's not across the finish line.
Yeah, there's 2 laps currently ahead. So Bluebeard has to go to 62. Well,
yeah, a quarter of a tank is not 9 laps. And also the tyres as well. But I think he should still beat Mo on track. But the gap will be small enough for them to have a good fight for the last couple of stints.
Yeah, that's one thing to certain. I think Bluebeard probably is going to need a box. I think the 32 seconds is usually the pit stop. You have to put a lot of fuel in for that, but I don't think he's going to gain too much time on that 32-second marker. So it's going to be very, very, very close between the two of them. It certainly isn't going to be a big gap between the two teams going into the 1 hour session shortly. It's the one that starts about 35 minutes from now.
The 1 hour session is going to be interesting because they still need to use 2 compounds. Because technically, if we didn't have that rule, they could have all probably tried to get away with 0 stopping and just use mediums or something like that.
How long is the 1 hour in terms of lap time?
Laps?
Oh, where is Meg gone here? It's off the track to avoid Mo. Okay, fair enough.
Okay. That is going to be 33 laps for the leaders, which is going to be like 20-something laps for the people in P14. Like,
definitely couldn't no stop.
50. So he's on lap 56.
Not possible.
Take off 5 laps. That would be 28 laps.
Still not doable.
You don't think Bendit could do... if you were in the right car, maybe.
No, because even the Vantage only does 22 on a full push. There's no hope in hell you make it 28.
P1's about to lap P2.
And the collection is complete.
The only way that they don't win is a disconnect. Surely. Like, they could have heavy damage, they could have engine damage and come out ahead. It would it would be funny. I mean...
not good in terms of the actual racing point of view, but it would be objectively funny.
Let
him go. Let him go. And there you go. Every single driver has now been lapped at least once.
Very solid racing by all 3 of the Aero GT drivers there. And it's going to be a very dominant win for them if they can just avoid the disconnects, like we said.
Well, it took 6 whole stints for that to happen at Spa. They've done it in less than 4 here.
So I'm going to check on my teammate now. He's 26 behind Meg. That's pretty decent. He's closed that gap pretty nicely.
Gives someone an opportunity later on in the next couple of stints to try and make something work. Fancy's got a hard second penalty, so Eli is going to be able to just drive past Fancy. No roadblock there.
Yeah. If we could get 8th place after a disconnect, that would be not bad at all. Still lapping in the 45s is Eli, so...
He's going to have to put some laps down now at the end of this stint, and then Roticod is going to have to put a shift in. That's a certain.
Yes. Roticod has no well, I mean, the pressure that he's got is none of us have actually made a mistake in our stints. Like, the worst that we've seen is Eli went slightly deep twice at the bus stop and lost, what, like a second both times.
Yeah, that was about it. And they were right on the back of trying to overtake other people.
Exactly.
Unnecessarily, realistically.
So if Eroticos is the only one who makes a mistake...
oh, yeah, that's going to be rough.
Then he's going to have it for the whole season from me.
Makes a mistake. Doesn't make a mistake on Monday, wins. But yeah, you made a mistake on that endurance series race.
Exactly.
You've actually got it within. They've had to take that within 25 seconds now of. Actually, it's slowly catching.
It's just going down and down. Yeah. So these guys have
plotted like
6 laps left. So he's not gonna. Yeah. Well, pretty much.
Platt is... There is a reason why Distinct decided to sign him earlier in the week.
Yeah, he is a Distinct driver. That's crazy. He's only been playing the game for 5 minutes as well, and he's better than all of us.
Admittedly, the difference between MotoGP and being eSports for the MotoGP to the level of being in GT is not radically different. The concepts are not radically different either.
Mm-hmm. In theory, if you're good at one racing game, you should be good at all of them.
You should be at least serviceable on the other. Because it's just the IQ bits of it, isn't it? It's when it comes to the games, motorsports games, the F1, the GT, the you can even go iRacing and ATC and bring all those into it. The IQ is the same. You're driving the same tracks.
Yeah.
Mostly in the same way. It's just knowing how to do it with the machinery you're currently equipped with. And that's the difference between those games. It's you don't lose the ability to drive a car because you're driving a motorbike, for example. If that makes sense, and I know it's not going to make sense to a lot of people.
Is he 8 years old? No, he's a fully grown adult.
That's 8.
He's not one of those children who are just like insanely fast. To be honest, I don't think we have many of them at the moment.
No.
All the children that were in ALR are not children anymore.
We have all grown up.
Yeah, literally.
We've all been here forever.
I was saying the other day, I thought Hannah's was 16 and he's 18 now. So
we've all been here forever at this point.
I'm sure he joined when he was 14. It's crazy.
Well, I've been here since 2021. I've literally joined. I joined not that long ago. It actually may have been. Yeah, it was not that long after I turned a legal adult, and I'm now 23. That's depressing.
I love how you whispered that.
Stop myself halfway through.
Here's Platt. He's got a couple of cars to lap here. 5 laps to go for Platt, which means there's 5 laps to go for everyone else, regardless of the lap that they're on as well. And Bluebeard still hasn't come in. Let's have a look at Bluebeard's. Let's just see him overtake Fancy here.
Eli's about to have another lap put on him by Platt.
Yeah.
As well. You see the teammates in the distance.
Is he letting him through, or is he just going wide?
I think he might be doing a bit of both.
So here's the last pit stop for Bluebeard. So let's see. Mo is going into the bus stop now. He's on mediums. Maybe Bluebeard's done this on purpose and he's just going to put on some mediums to the end. Or maybe he's out of kilter because he got that damage. And you miscalculated after the damage.
That would be a horrible mistake to have made.
Yeah. On top of it, it's a compounded mistake on top of the damage itself.
There's an entire team there that just the only thing someone just put the only thing that could drop Platt is the back markers.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, they tried. Even they couldn't stop him.
Okay, so he is out on the medium, so he is doing his medium stint here. He is ahead of Mo, who's also on mediums. And the gap is about 6 seconds, yeah.
But nowhere near the 32 he currently had. So he lost 26 then.
Makes things interesting, though. Makes things interesting.
That 1 hour stint. I don't know who's driving both cars. Honestly, if I was Nova right now, I would be scrambling to try and get Ant back into the goddamn car.
Yeah.
Honestly. After that stint 3 or Alien from stint 1 actually.
Well, I know Sick Boy also recruited was also recruited by Nova. That
could be interesting, really. That could get really interesting really quick, given
one way or another
in Daytona. We had a log drop in the in the third stint. I was telling Quentis about the Nations Cup. Well, strategy. I if you could even call it that.
I'm just gonna make a quick note right now of the gaps.
Who's where? Yeah.
So that I can get this next.
Schecter's dropped back, by the way. He's now 20 back.
Ah, okay.
Vigo, rather than the 15 he was, so he's just slowly but surely lost touch with the FGR driver, who will be in third by the end of the stint. We'll see what they can do going forward.
8 minutes 30 again for Jensen.
Figured it out. That's what he's done. He's had a better stint technically than Platt has.
Yeah, and he's had to do lots of unlapping as well on top of that.
And he's got within 35 seconds of the car. He had done a lot of damage.
So, compared to Fancy, who's in the 47s, 44s and 45s for Jensen, and high 46s for Matt. Deco's in the high 46s, low 47s, and Eli is in, well, usually in the 46s, but he had a bad lap that last one. But he's only 20 behind Meg now as well. So maybe a top 8's possible for us. That's
about as far as you're getting, unless Stidgy likes to blow another minute out of nowhere. That's a minute 31 up to 7th. That is not a recoverable gap in 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's a barely recoverable gap after stint 1, never mind stint 3. No, stint 4 now, technically.
Stiggy's only 17 behind Mo, so the biggest battle for the next stint is probably 5, 6, and 7, looking at this.
Yeah.
6 seconds, 6.8, and then 17.5. Depending on who they pick and how quick they are. But yeah, Scheckter looks like he's pretty much in no man's land here. He's continuing to drop behind Vigo on his worn softs. And Vigo's softs are much better, that's why he's able to drive away. Very fresh mediums for Dummy to finish the stint, and fairly decent softs for Platt, who's about to put another lap on Scheckter. That is going to be his second lap down for VEZ.
We get to a position, bearing in mind Iggy still has to drive as well again for this team. Oh, we think Iggy still has to drive again for this team. Do we genuinely think he might, this Aero GT team might be able to lap the entire field twice?
Oh, only if the P2 car has issues, I think.
It's gonna be interesting because obviously,
if you look, Platt is,
I believe Bummy's gonna drive again,
and Bummy has been overtaken, but he's only a couple of seconds behind. So basically, they would need to find a full lap in the next 3 hours.
Platt has in a 2 hour stint has just found 40 seconds. 50 seconds,
well,
actually.
50 seconds, yeah, 50 seconds. But Fak might be back in the car as well, so... And Fak is definitely... Fak's the quickest around here, out of the 3 that have raced.
I mean, technically, if Fak would have to do a 3rd stint if he was going back in the car. We'd probably think he's... if it makes sense to split across 2 each, then Dummy here is going to have to go again, and so will Scotty. There you go, that's his name.
Jesus.
That's gonna get brought up in Patreon members. I forgot his name.
Here we go, lap being put, and Fancy's in the wall a little bit. You could hear it scraping.
It makes it easier for Dummy to just get on by.
So Platt's about to start his final lap here. Stiggy Moss is the next person up to get lapped, but he's probably going to avoid that from happening, which I think is quite important for their team, not to be a full lap behind.
Yeah, it would be. You get out just ahead. The problem is when they get out in the seconds in the stint for 1 hour, they are still probably going to be in the position where the active momentum of that first car is probably still going to lap them anyway.
I'm just going to update these finishing times, just to make sure they're as accurate as possible, because everyone's super close together on track. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit tricky.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this all unfolds from here on out then.
So... Oh, he has caught up to Stiggy Moss.
He absolutely has. There's 5 or 6 cars behind Platt then. Fairly close together, and I think he might be about to make it a 6.
Fak said he's done for the night.
I told you. Okay. I told you they split it 2 each. So it wasn't Fak. It's going to be Dummy that takes 1, and it's going to be Scotty that takes the other. So it's just a case of which order they are going to take it in.
Absolutely.
And if Platt can drop 50 seconds on him, then I'm not too sure that Iggy won't be able to do the same. So,
Stiggy nearly lost it out of the bus stop there. Is Platt going to get past him or not?
It's going to be
Stiggy
close.
Doesn't want it to happen, clearly. And Platt is trying to make it happen.
He is trying to make his night end 1 lap sooner.
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
he's gonna get it! He's gonna get it!
A little bit of a drag race to end it.
And Platt is gonna beat him out!
Yeah.
And Platt is on top, back to 4! Aero GT purple in commanding position, lapping every single car on the grid, at least once up to this point. No real question now, I suppose, whether or not they can do it again. Only realistically a disconnect is going to prove to stop them from winning this one from here on out. Either that or the worst 3 hours 2 people could drive in probably the history of motorsport.
Yeah, it would have to be for sure. Steve Boss,
it would have,
515.
there
Eli.
would have to be multiple murders. It would be literally 3 pit stops might not even be enough to close that gap at this point.
So who's next to cross the finish line? It's going to be Bendit.
And then Matt.
That's going to be Matt, who is 11th, 804. Then it's not Jensen. It's not Vigo. It's Bluebeard.
Bluebeard with a half-second penalty.
Still in 5th place.
A little bit more.
Yeah, that's going to add an extra
17
second.
Off the back of the sector though. There you go. Off the back of Scheckter,
Yeah.
Vigo up to the line. I believe it's next. Yep, it was Vigo.
312. And then Mo, 501.
And then Jensen.
Jensen,
And then Meg.
833. And Meg. I'll have to have a quick look back on the thing. So, how are we looking for time? When does the next stint start?
At 7:15.
Okay,
so
we've got 15 minutes. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll just take a
17 minutes
screenshot
then,
of
yeah.
this. And we'll end the stream, and then you're doing the next one, and then I'll be back for the last one with you.
Yep, that is perfectly
All right.
fine. An hour from... Well, hour and 15 from now then, I guess.
Thanks for watching, guys.